today with another story. Good hunting story on the ranch here. Several years ago, my son David, who is now in college, it was his first elk hunt. It was a private land elk hunt here in January. I think it was early January, and David was probably 13 years old, and we were going to go out and shoot his first cow elk. And as usual, plan is we get up early in the morning and sneak around because the herd is out there in the fields right outside here till about 8 o'clock or 7 in the morning. So we like to get around in the dark and get around the backside so they're coming at you in the morning on their way up back into the woods. Well, we were on plan and we started walking out that morning, and it was a beautiful morning, and actually we could see quite a bit with a full moon reflection, and we could see the herd of elk out the window here. 150 or so, and we were sneaking up the lane here just as planned. And the snow that morning was crunchy, so we went slow and quiet, but we could see everything and hear everything, and it was bitterly cold. And all of a sudden we heard a stampede sounding of hooves, and we looked up and we could actually see the herd of elk in the dark or moonlight stampeding across the field away. Something had spooked them, and we were all very curious as to what that was. And all of a sudden we saw coming towards us a little pack of coyotes, and there was probably, I don't know, 20 or so of the pack of coyotes were also out hunting those elk this morning, and that's what spooked them. Well, the elk actually ran and then stopped just up the ways here, and so we decided, we stopped and watching this whole thing. Well, then we realized the coyotes had only spooked the elk, but then they were running straight for us, and my son David had a .243 rifle in his hands, and he quickly handed it back to me and says, "Here, Dad." And the coyotes were coming straight for us, ears back, full speed, low to the ground, like 20 different little jets, straight for us. And I just sat there. I was tempted to take a shot at them, but I didn't want to scare the herd of elk away. So we waited there, and all of a sudden the pack of coyotes just split us, full speed, went right around us. Happened to be the wind was in the right direction, but as soon as they passed us, they immediately all hit the ground because they had made our scent and knew that they had just made a mistake. So the elk had stopped on the hill from their run, and the coyotes stopped from a full sprint down on the ground momentarily, regrouped, and then split really fast. Their hunt was over, and they knew that we were right there. At that point, they were downwind from us, and Connor was sent at that time, and we were gone. So the coyotes had a close call that morning. The good news is we went on, it was still dark, the elk settled in, and David and I hiked up over the hill that morning, and he did successfully harvest his first cow elk, which we enjoyed for the rest of the year. But that's just another wild story from Cottonwood Hunt Club here on the ranch. This is Ted, Cottonwood Hunt Club, Crawford, Colorado.